Howdy, it's me, Manic Mark, coming to you from the bunker system located underneath the art villa found somewhere in the jungles of the Midwest. And today I'm coming to you with a pretty good stack of records. Half-price books coughed up the goods today. So I've got some records to share. Oh, jeez. I've been up since 4:30. Come on, you can get through this. That's right. Why are you wearing the silly hat? Well, today in the mail I received notification from the city that I live in that elections are coming up and the mayor, who's been the mayor for more than 20 years, is retiring. Now, how can one guy be the mayor of anything for more than 20 years? Why? How? I don't know. Probably nobody cares. We actually have a city building and people go to meetings and stuff like that. I went to one meeting, but it scared me, so I didn't go back anymore. But the whole point of this is sending this out is they don't have enough people to fill the commission seats and to find a mayor. So, Manic Mark for mayor. That's right. I'm going to run for mayor of the city I live in. At least that will force other people to step up, because one look at my videos and people are going to be like, you can't do that. You can't allow our city to fall into the maniacal hands of Manic Mark, the mayoral candidate man. And I started the Fuckage Party. The Fuckage Party was every man's party. It could be, because you got 30% of the people that hate the other 30% who hate the first 30%, that's 60%. And you have 40% of people that don't have any idea. They hate everybody and nobody, and they don't know in any way. It's not important to them. All these people can join because everybody knows it's broken. The party of fuckage, anyway. Go on. What are you going to do next? A story. So I went to lunch today. I have to change hats. I just can't sit here wearing this hat anymore. The hat was too silly. I put on a less silly hat. Okay, now on to the stories. I was eating lunch today and I finish. I go out and I'm driving my green Jeep. That's the Jeep that still runs at green. I got two green Jeeps, but this one runs. It's got the top off. It's the 88. I get in and I'm getting ready to start the thing, and the guy sitting on the bench says, "Hey, do you still have your Army Jeep?" And I looked over and I said, "Do you know me?" And he said, "Yeah, you got an Army Jeep." I said, "I haven't been out of the garage in 7 years." He said, "It's painted green, isn't it?" And I'm thinking, well, yeah, it's an Army Jeep. Then he spends 15 minutes of my time telling me about all the Jeeps that he's had with the big tires and stuff and the special things on the carburetor, the headers and the thing and this and that, and broke the rear end tranny thing. And he was angry one day and he drove around traffic, which leads me to my next story. Is after half-price books, I decided to go to Goodwill, okay? And to get to Goodwill from half-price books, half-ass books, I have to go in through two intersections. It takes forever. There's, usually all the time, lots and lots of traffic. So there's two lanes, but everybody wants to turn right, so they're in the right lane. There's not hardly any cars in the left lane, and the right lane's backed all the way up, because you're both turning left, but the right lane then everybody wants to turn right immediately. They don't want to be cutting them off and everything. So they're in the, but because the line's so long, they're in past where there's the double yellow line and then the cone dividers on the freeway to keep the people that out of the lane, or the other people want to turn. Anyway, okay, so I'm waiting my turn, and I hear this, and the light turns green, and people are sitting and sitting and sitting. Finally, they start to move up, and I just get in where I can pull up, and I hear this whining sound. It sounds like one of them teenage Fast and Furious cars, the Pinto with the can on the muffler, zooming up next to me, and the guy goes around all the cones, the double yellow line, all the cones, and he has to zip right in front of me, and it's a effing Lotus, a little yellow Lotus. They sit so low, I was surprised that I saw it. So, the cool thing about it was I got to sit behind the guy and mock him through the entire 5-minute light cycle. Like that! Anyway, then it turns, he's like, and it just sounded exactly like one of those the price of a Lotus. I don't know what they are, but you can buy one of those little muffler cans out of J.C. Whitney and put it on the back of any car and make it sound just like a Lotus. Anyway, okay, that's it. Go on to the records. That's the end of these stories. End of that story. Paradise Isle, Eddie Howard with Carl, somebody in the Paradise Islanders. Well, it's a Mercury, but it's just a nice, wonderful photograph. I picked it up. I don't know what kind of Hawaiian music it was. Ray Anthony, I generally leave his albums, but I picked this up because it's a later album with a woman on the cover, kind of later type. Julius La Rosa, I don't know who he is. I picked it up. It's an Italian crooner. Anyway, okay. Wynton Kelly, I don't know who he is, but it's on a VJ. I have 2 or 3 VJ label. This is the jazz label. Minneapolis Symphony Orchestra. It's Mercury. Olympian Living Presence is some sub-label or some other. Anyway, but I just picked it up because it's a wonderful glossy photograph of Nora Kay. I don't know who the hell she is. Portraits of the Poor. This is just going to kick ass. It's going to be like the heavy metal of Dulcimer music. It's album 1700, Peter Paul Mary. It's kind of a rough cover, but the record looks pretty good. I don't know. It was just there, 50 cents. I thought I'd listen to it. Leo Audio, that's another, oh man. It was like one of those arranger, conductor guys that was all over the place, and you had to wonder, did he know somebody? Was he sleeping with somebody? I mean, because you shouldn't say anything negative. Well, I picked this up again because it's later songs from the now generation that Leo's just a budget kind of country. I haven't seen this cover. I'm pretty sure that I've got a pressing of this with a different kind of cover, different name. It says Pharaoh Burke, but it's just a made up. It's just studio stuff. But anyway, I don't have this cover. Picked it up to see if I could solve the mystery of what's going on. Now, I may have to I may have to feature something from this album. I don't think I have this one. I'm pretty sure. There's a cover of Ring of Fire and other Johnny Cash songs. It's a cover. Johnny Cash covers albums by the Living Marimba plus Voices. That's right. Amazing. Edie Gourmet normally wouldn't pick up her records, but she made records with fabulous covers, and she was a good-looking woman. And there's another just great, glossy, clean glossy cover, Showstoppers on ABC Paramount. Edie Gourmet, nice cover. Covers that look like Private Press, but are on the sublabel of Liberty Dalton, Liberty sublabel Dalton. Bossa Rio, have no idea, 50 cents. It's Edmundo Ross. I think I've got this one, but I picked it up so it was so clean that I may use it to trade for other records. And here's another Edmundo Ross. I don't have this one. Now, Edmundo Ross, if you don't know, made a ton of records and some fun space age records, but usually on his albums he'll sing 1 or 2 songs, and I like the songs that he sings because his voice is just slightly atonal. And the covers are always just very interesting because of the quality of his voice. It's Timepiece, the Rascals' greatest hits. Again, I have no idea. Anyway, I just picked it up, 50 cents. Okay, Pearl Bailey sings songs for adults. Now, I didn't know that Pearl Bailey made an adult record. Performance of this album restricted from airplay, so apparently there's some naughtiness going on in here. It's James Last. Remember that last James Last record I got? Well, here's another one. And the last one I didn't even listen to. I just put it on the stack to trade away because Brooke Benton, Brooke Benton album I don't have, with an unusual cover. Benton's covers normally don't look like that. I don't know if this is a covers album or not. I'm thinking that it is, okay? So there's covers of, there's like almost 20 songs in this album, like Guitar Man. Fun Records. It's Tito Rodriguez and Bossa Nova album. I was just looking at this online and I found it for 50 cents, which is kind of cool. All right. Here's a great cover, and I can't remember if I had this one or not. It's Brazilian Cocktails, Luis Oliveira. Probably butchered that one. I wonder how old this is. A couple of religious albums. It's the very best of Fanny Crosby. It's Loretta Carter, The Sounds of Paradise. Johnny Cash's wife, you know, the marimba player, Johnny Cash. This is his wife, Loretta Carter, doing a gospel album on a local label. Is this Right Records? Or this? She's out of Dayton. I didn't know Johnny Cash lived in Dayton, Ohio, but apparently he did. I just can't figure it out right now. Sheila McRae. Who's Sheila? I don't know. How sweet it is. All I know is Sheila's got stellar blue eyes. Oh my God, look, they'll look right through you. Don't get too close to your monitor. Oh my God. But I picked it up because it's just, they didn't have enough from the McGuire sisters. So they packed the rest of the record with the DeJohn sisters and Charlie Francis. So there's only 2 McGuire sisters on this entire album. It's a local pressing on Jewel. There's a woman on the back, Mary Ellen Bell, I think. Her quartet. She's a vocalist and she sings with a piano, drum, and bass backup. Produced by Chet Atkins, Skeeter Davis. On a really weird, I don't know, it's just a super out of the, what the hell? Where is it out of? What is it? Who's the it's the Mexicali Brass, The Shadows of Your Smile. It's the Mexicali Brass album I don't have. And last but not least, it was a jazz album in the 50 cent bin. Looks like the late 50s, maybe 58 or 59. It's Message for Hambro, the Lenny Hambro Quintet. As you watch my videos, because I realize how hilarious they are. Do you notice the plastic, the vacuum plastic form that Sergeant Alvin York, the hero of World War I, came in? I came down and I looked at it and I said, oh my God, it looks like a little man-sized dildo came in this, and I wondered what kind of batteries, the C batteries or just like a 4-pack of AA batteries.
I hear the train a-comin', it's rolling around the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. Stuck at Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps rolling on down to San Antone. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. That's why I shot a man in Reno, just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and I cry. Bet there's rich folks eating in a fancy dining car. They're probably drinking coffee and smoking big cigars. I know I had it coming. No, I can't be real. But those people keep on moving, and that's what tortures me.